are live. Let's see here. We are live. How are all of you tonight? I am here in the garden, and I hope you can get a good view of it behind me. This is one section of the garden. I actually have an herb garden as well that is completely separate, and I have a hydroponic system inside. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys. Hey Noel, how are you? Hey Sam. Hey CC Snow, how are you? Thank you for buying the Juicing for Beauty book. You guys, welcome. As you come on here, do me a favor. 13, my favorite number. You can hit the like button or the thumbs up button and tell me in the comment section where you are tuning in from. Hey Rick, how are you? Hey Dennis, how are you? So continue to hit the like button, continue to tell me what state, city, country you are in the comment section below. Hey Peter, I'm Andrea Cox. I'm an intuitive healer and a detox specialist by trade. I have, hey Jemmy, welcome. Hey Amit. Oh, thank you, I am. I'm keeping very well. Hey Hannah, how are you? Hey Thomas, how are you? Continue to tell me where you're tuning in from. I see Maryland. Is that the only state that is on here? Northern Virginia, I've been there. Very, very nice. You've got a great last name. Hello, Joe. Where are you tuning in from? And thank you for the hearts, the thumbs up. You know, Kansas City, Missouri, I've actually been there too. It's flat there. Hey, Pat, how are you? Actually was not going to go live tonight. I was going to head to the gym instead because those of you from Pakistan, Fawaz, my friend, how are you? I love you, Fawaz. Fawaz is an amazing human and I adore him. Hey Juan, how are you from Tampa? Hey, from Southern Illinois. I've never been there. Love to go though. I heard they've got great stores. Hey, oh, thank you. Well, I don't look great tonight, but I am great, so thank you. You know, folks, I wanted to bring you out here for two reasons, actually. Gardening is something that my grandma LaGolda did, and she grew the majority of her fruits and vegetables, and she also had a hill of flowers that were quite impressive. She loved marigolds, she loved strawberries, she made things like blueberry pies from scratch, and she is my inspiration for pretty much everything I do. And she always, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't feel too pretty tonight, but thank you. She has always been my inspiration for pretty much everything I do. And there's so many things that remind me of her. Butterflies, anything orange like marigold flowers, blueberry pies, anything made from scratch. But whenever I see a garden, I think of her because she had a green thumb and everything she made from scratch. So I've already gotten these from the garden. These are Japanese sweet potatoes and regular sweet potatoes, and these are just like Yukon Gold, humongous sweet potatoes. So these are really great. They're actually purple on the inside, and these are regular sweet potatoes. But what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to actually show you guys how I till the garden, how I tend to the garden. Hey Leslie, so as you continue to come on here, hey Sarah, welcome. Post in the comments what city, state, country you are tuning in from. Tell me if you are gardening yet, and if you're not, tell me what time is it there? It's late. It's late here. It's late. I actually skipped the gym to be here with all of you guys. Yeah, it's light and it's late. So thank you for all the hearts, the likes. I'm going to focus on the radishes tonight and the squash, and specifically my favorite, which are the squash blossoms. So I have got, and I might do some kale and some chard as well. But when I'm done tending to my garden, hey Patrick, hey Leslie, I'm gonna show all of you just what I'm harvesting today. And it's not even gonna be a third of what is growing here. I'm not even gonna take you to the 3 grow boxes behind there. By the way, Aloha Temecula Farms, one of my dear friends, she built those. So look her up if you're in San Diego, California. She actually drove them quite a bit away before I moved here. So here I go. All right, let's do this. You don't need fancy gardening stuff. I have some garden shears. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. Throw me a thumbs up. So what you really want to do when you pull things like radishes is you want to twist and just pull them out like that. So I hope you guys can hear me over there. So with radishes, you just want to twist and pull. Why? Because you're going to be replanting in that area. So I'm just going to harvest some radishes, some squash blossoms. Wow, these are freaking huge, you guys. Look at that. You don't see that size of radish at the store. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look to see where the largest ones are, like this one, and I'm gonna pull those out, and I'm gonna leave the smaller ones for later. So here we have a really big one right here. Wow. And I see I've got some turnips, so I'm just gonna kind of grab that. I'm also going to grab some aloe for my juice in the morning. Usually just get one of those. Now I'm going to move over here to the squash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the squash blossoms first, because those are so good in salads. They're also high in zinc. Also, with those radish greens, those are really high in vitamin C and things like iron and magnesium. So you want to wash those, and you want to put those in your salad. So I'm just going to kind of flip my shoes off. Look at these, so good. And then over here with the kale, I'm just going to use my kitchen shears, just regular kitchen shears, for the kale. The kale is growing up enough. There's baby kale over there, but this kale is ready to be harvested. So I'm just going to take my kitchen shears like so. And what I'm going to do, because the kale will regrow, I'm not going to rip it out like I did the radishes. The radishes need replanted. I'm actually just going to trim the kale. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I'm here by myself, so this is a lot of food for me. I'm blessed enough to have a wonderful neighbor lady who has like a lot of kids. So, you know, I'll share with her, but normally, you know, if you have a family, this could feed a really large family. And altogether, cost-wise, what this was for me to plant, thanks for the hearts, you guys, and feel free to hit the share button and share this on your page. What this cost for me to plant this garden was, well, I paid for my girlfriend to build those with me, but what it cost was about $150. So I have not bought lettuce since I moved in. And I moved here 3 months ago. I have not bought any spinach. I've got New Zealand spinach like crazy. I'm gonna move on to the chard now. I've not bought any chard. I've never had to buy aloe because I was growing aloe at my old place, but no radishes. I'm using the radish greens to juice. They're so high in vitamins and in macronutrients, the radish greens are. So, are you all juicing? Had a real upsweep in my Juicing for Beauty book on AndreaCox.com. So thank you for all of you who have ordered. Okay. Now I'm gonna move over here to these. This is chard, and it's baby chard. This is so delicious in salads. And you notice I'm not touching this because it's so low to the ground. So that still needs more time to come up. What I'm doing is where it's getting unruly over here. It's like when you have kids, right? Or if you're a teacher, right? And you see that you always see the unruly children. This is what the garden is like. You want the ones that are kind of big and bad and stand up tall first. You just want to snip them, right? We don't want their ego to get too big, right? So we have to cut them down a little bit. It's kind of like that. It's a good analogy. So I'm going to step right here. Now, I have an irrigation system in here, and the people who built this house had this already, so I'm being very careful when I step not to actually step on the actual tubing of the irrigation system. And that's pretty self-explanatory. So here I've got some more squash blossoms. I used to pay in Del Mar for these $14 for a bag of like 7. And they're just growing like wildfire here. And see, I'm checking, but the squash aren't ready yet. So I'm not gonna pull that up. I'm just gonna kind of get the unruly children, right? It's like cutting hair. So I see I've got some kale kind of on the ground here. So I'm gonna make sure, because I don't wanna waste that. I'll take a picture of my fridge this week for you all. It is full of fruits and vegetables. The people who built this house, they have a pomegranate tree and fruit trees, so it's been just absolutely, it's been a beautiful experience to not have to go to the store, to just be juicing and having, I mean, at my old place, I grew lavender, I grew herbs, I grew a ton of aloe, but I didn't have my garden to where I wanted it to be. And that was the main goal of mine relocating. Also, I wanted to live in an area where wearing masks was not required at the grocery store and at the gym. And I actually found that space, so that's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up here and I'm gonna show you what I've gotten thus far. Let me just grab a few, I'll just show you what I got. There's a couple unruly children still in here. Okay. Wow, look at this. Wow. These are so in there that they don't even want to be pulled. So we want to just twist them out. Look at these beautiful radishes. Don't try this at home, folks. Don't walk with scissors. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what our allotment is for the day, right? Again, don't walk with the scissors like I did. So, before I was so selfishly not gonna film this for you, thanks for all the shares, you guys, and hey Nadine, and hey Bill. I got these potatoes. So, purple potatoes, sweet potatoes, and these really awesome white potatoes. You guys, I need to work out. I haven't worked out enough. I did do Pilates this morning. Then all these radishes, and again, these radish greens are excellent in salads. Don't throw away your greens. Juice them, do whatever you want with them. So more radish greens, a ton. I mean, look at this, you guys. Oh, a ton of kale. It's like a bouquet, right? A ton of kale. We've got baby Swiss chard here, right? So that's beautiful, isn't it? Just beautiful. A ton of squash blossoms. These are so expensive at the farmer's market. One fell on the floor, and you know I'm gonna grab that. And then I want you guys to see how big. So more kale. Aloe for tomorrow's juice. Ah, stay in my bowl. I want you to see how big these radishes are. Look at these. Look at this. Look at this. Right? Looks like a long witchy finger. Look at this. Look how thick and big these are. Look at that. So there you have it, you guys. I'm gonna pick up some things because I see I dropped a few squash blossoms, and that doesn't go over well with me. I do not like to waste. Now, I'll take these in the house and I'll triple wash these, and I'll wash them with apple cider vinegar and just purified water. I have I just replaced my Kangen machine with a new machine. So I'll wash all of these, and I'll juice a lot of this tomorrow, and I'll, bake the sweet potatoes, and I'll just dip these in some raw vegan ranch after I wash them. But what I'll also do is in my compost bin inside, thank you for all the love, you guys, I'll brush this dirt off into the compost bin with all my food scraps and things like that, because I want to bring that out here and use it as, fresh soil for the garden. So there, all of this was grown. Hey Lee, welcome. Tell me where you're tuning in from. All of this was grown with no fertilizer, no pesticides, no bullshit. And I am a firm believer that that is what hurts us, that is what causes cancer, that is what is just not necessary. So I encourage each and every one of you to grow your own garden and share the love with the world, because growing our own food, we need to get back to the simple things, right? My grandma LaGolda, she had it down. She had it right. She knew everything. And wow, did she ever pave the way for what I'm seeing now? So many people growing their own food, so many people getting into permaculture, so many people creating their own compost, so many people making meals at home, so many people. I honestly think everything happens for a reason. And if you're upset and you're griping about, how the restaurants are closed and how everything closes down, and we needed to get back to simplicity. We needed to get back to simplicity. How many of you are working out at home? How many of you are, oh my God, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spirit animal, little bunny rabbit. So we needed to get back to this. And I love each and every one of you. Feel free to share. And thank you so much. And thank you for enjoying my bounty with me, and I'll talk to each and every one of you soon. Have a beautiful evening. If you could all do me a favor, if you could hop on over to AndreaCox.com and subscribe to my newsletter. I am going for 33,000 this month, which is going to be huge for me, and I would really greatly appreciate it. And then after that, if you could hop on over to YouTube, I have 2 channels. Andrea Cox TV is in health and wellness, and I use my intuitive gifts on the Detox Intuitive. So Andrea Cox TV and the Detox Intuitive. I will post the links in the description box here. Thank you so much. Have a